leaving a voice message or taking a voice message. So what does that mean? That means that maybe I have received a call, okay, and I need to give the information to someone else because that person wasn't there. Talk about some expressions that we use and, symbols that we have for our email address or for our home address or for a website. So really important when we're making a call, maybe the person that we want to speak to is not there. So I need to tell the person on the phone, can you please pass this message to whatever? And then whatever details I need to say them. Okay, so we're talking about voice messages. So voice messages means when you call someone and they did not answer the phone. So you need to leave a message for them so that they can get the message and they can return your phone call. Okay, so let's look at some expressions. Let's look at some symbols together and make sure that we know how to take a message, maybe to give to someone else, or we know how to leave a message for someone else. Okay, so that's what this class is about, voice messages. So first, let's have a look at some symbols. And I want to talk about the name of the symbol and why we use it. So you could see this symbol here is called an underscore. So you could see it's on the bottom line and it's called an underscore. This symbol here we see in email addresses, we say at. So that's how we say this symbol, at. This one here is a dot, or you could say a full stop. So it could be called a full stop or a dot. So we're talking about this symbol here. This one is at, underscore. This one is slash. Okay, so slash. So it goes from one corner to the other corner, slash. This one is a dash. Okay, it's horizontal like that. It's a dash. Hashtag. Hashtag. So usually when you see on Instagram or Facebook and somebody will write a comment and then they'll go hashtag, maybe the place that they're at, London, hashtag, great time, hashtag, whatever. So it's called hashtag. This is a colon. So we use a colon when we want to give a list. For example, I need to buy, and then you put colon, apples, tomatoes, cucumbers. So whenever I need to write a list and I need to show maybe the following list of something, I put a colon before the list. And this is a comma. Comma. Okay, so those are some symbols. Let's have a talk about examples of when we have them. So you could see here, if this was someone's email address, this is how I would say it. J underscore JONES at hotmail.co.uk. This is a website. So I would say www.ancasa.com. So you always say com. You don't say com. You say .com because that's the most common website. That's what tells us it's a website. I can go on the internet and see information about this company or this business. So .com. This is another website. So charity help, or you could say CHARITYHELP.org. So it's very common. Everybody knows org as same as com, .com, .org, .gov. These are the ending to the email, to the website. So you could say .org, or if you want .org/B-2. Okay, so we're going to practice writing our email addresses, and this is one example. So this would be NOLINA.DIAZ@hotmail.com. And this one is www.googletranslator. Because if it's a word, you can just read it. If it's an English word, you can just say it. googletranslator.com. Okay, so these were just some symbols, again, that we use in email address. Because sometimes you need to tell, maybe you want to, ask for information. And you want to tell the person, can you please send the information to my email address? And your email address is going to have a dot. Maybe it has a slash in it. Maybe it has an underscore. And of course, it has the @ symbol. So you need to know how to say the symbol for your email address. Or like I said, maybe it's a website. Maybe somebody is telling you a website. So you need to listen if they say underscore, dot, slash, dash. They're very common in websites. Okay, so I want to look at writing a telephone message. Before we do that, what grammar do I need to use when I need to take a telephone message? So for example, somebody called for me and I wasn't in the office, so they need to leave a message. So when you write down the message that you hear someone say to you, can you please pass this message to someone? We're going to use the grammar of the command, or you could say the order, or it's to give an instruction. And this grammar is called the imperative. So it's not the past, present, future. It's not the past simple. It's not the past perfect. It's just called the imperative. And how do I do it? You start with the verb. So you say, email dates of the meeting. Meet Mrs. Rivers at the airport. Book a hotel room for 2 nights. Buy 2 new mobile phones. So you can see when I'm writing the message, I need to think of the action first and write that verb. So what does somebody want me to do? Send information to Suellen, email Henry the Zoom details, pick up the children at 5 o'clock, buy a present for Maria. Okay, so it's the same as when you take notes. So you want to remind yourself what to do. And when you remind yourself what to do or information to give to someone, start with the action and just say the action. It's not in the past, present, future. It's just in the imperative. And like I said, email this information to someone. Meet Jessica at 2 p.m. Book the restaurant for 5 o'clock. Buy a gift for my mum. Okay, so start the sentence with the verb, and that's how you will take a message, or you'll write down what you need to remember. Okay, so we know that this is how we start our sentence. We use the imperative, which is just the verb. Email, meet, pick up, buy, book, find, send, call. Whatever that action is, start with the verb when you take your notes. Okay, so how do we leave a voice message? So imagine I'm calling Maria, my friend, and she's not there. And the person says to me, sorry, Maria is not here. So I need to say some expressions. I need to say, for example, this says you start with a greeting. So you say, hi, this is your name. So you say, hi, this is Layla, for example, and then your message. So I need to speak to Maria. I need to tell her, just keep it very simple. I need to give her the location for our meeting. And then you need to have a way that they can contact you. So I would say, can you please call me back on, and then put your mobile number. So remember, in Australia, we divide the numbers like this. So I'm just going to make up this number. So I would say, can you please call me back on 0402 606 566. So I make sure I have a pause in the middle so that the person that is listening to my message has enough time to write the number. You don't want to say it too fast. 0402 606 566. It's too fast for someone to listen to your mobile number. So you say it very slow, and you put a pause after the first four numbers, and then a pause after this three numbers, and then you say the last three numbers. Okay, so you start with the greeting. The greeting just means say hi. You know, hi is very common. You can say hello, very formal. We say more hi. We always say hi or hey, but it's very, depends who you're calling. So you can say hey, but really try not to say hello because it's not very common. It sounds way too formal, and it's just not natural. It's not, you know, especially in Australia, we're very casual. Hi, hey. Now, when you want to say your name, this is, and then you say your name. So this is, okay, your name. So this is Layla. And then say your message. And I need to speak to Maria. And I need to change my appointment. And I need to find out some information about my booking. And then how can they contact you? So you need to have some contact. So your contact details, and this is how you say it. So maybe it's not just, hey, Henry, welcome back. So you need to say your contact details. So can you please call me back on, you could say your phone number, or you can say, can you please email me on, and then you can say your email. But the email is very hard to give your email on the phone because sometimes people, it's too difficult. They can take the wrong email. Maybe they can miss one thing and then that's it. You don't receive the email. So it's always better to give your mobile number because it's easy. If you want someone to send you a message or to call you, I would say, can you please call me back? And then say your mobile number. That's the best, easy way to make sure that people return your message. They can call you back. They can contact you. Okay, so as an example, let's have a look at leaving a message before you can practice your message. So this is an example. So, hi, Claudia. So imagine I'm calling Claudia and she didn't answer the phone. And then you'll hear that there's a message that says, please leave a message after the tone. So you always hear that, please leave a message after the tone. So the tone means when it says beep. So please leave a message after the tone. Okay, I've called someone, they didn't answer the phone. So I say, hi, Claudia, this is Maria. Remember, always say who you are first. This is Maria. I couldn't come to class today because I was sick. Okay, so make sure your message is very simple because you don't have much time to have a conversation when you leave a message, a voice message. Okay, so remember, we are leaving voice messages. So you have to know what voice messages mean. A voice message means the person did not answer the phone. And you'll hear, they'll say, please leave a message after the tone. So when you hear beep, then you'll speak. You'll say, hi, Claudia, this is Maria. I couldn't come to class today because I was sick. Okay, so keep the message very simple. Can you please give me your, can you please give me some information about my hotel room, or I need to change my appointment time. So just keep it very simple. What do you want? And then give your contact details. Can you message me the homework for today's class? Thank you. My email is, now again, remember, it's very hard to leave your email on the phone, but we want to practice really saying mobile numbers. So can you message me the homework for today's class? Thank you. My number is, and then put your number, 0466 227 555. So again, when you're saying this on the phone, your mobile number, you say it very slow and have a break between the first four numbers. This is for an Australian mobile phone, but for your country, it will be different. In Australia, we put the first four numbers, 0466, pause, 227, or you could say 227, pause, and we say 555. If it's three of the same numbers, 555, or you could just say 555. Okay, so that's how we leave a message after the tone. We leave a message on the phone for someone. Okay, here's another one. So we're leaving a message. So maybe now I'm going to give a message to someone. So this was how I leave a message. So please leave a message after the tone, but maybe I need to give a message to someone. So to give a message to someone. So maybe this time I'm the one that answered the phone and someone said, hi, is David there? And I say, no, David is not here. So I need to now take the message. So I'll write down the name of the caller. Who is the message for? So maybe this one is for a service team. And what is the message? Remember, start with the verb. Order oil for Toyota Corolla. So imagine that David called and he wanted to speak to someone, but they weren't there. So I have to give this message to the service team because the message for, the name of the caller, so who is on the phone. So try to take their first name and their surname. And what's the message? Keep it simple and always start with the verb. So here's another one. Text 0414 752 733. Sorry, that was the same message. Or email David 97so2@gmail.com. And then you'll always write if it's urgent. So I've put a tick here. You can just imagine that's a tick. So urgent means it's really, really important. I need to give this message to someone really quickly and importantly. Okay, so again, before we start to look at listening to a telephone conversation, I want you to remember the symbols that we have that's in an email address or a website. And I want you to remember what grammar to use. You use the imperative, which means you you write the verb. What's the main action? Do you need to give someone something, call someone, return, send, email? Okay, so let's practice first before we listen in our book. So we're leaving a message after the tone. As I said, imagine that you are calling someone. Maybe you're calling your hairdresser. Maybe you're calling your dentist appointment. Maybe you're calling the restaurant to change your booking. Maybe you're calling your friend and they didn't answer the phone. Okay, so they didn't answer the phone. You need to leave a message. Okay, so this is some examples. We have this is Anna. So Anna leaves a message for the Optus team. She wants to install broadband, so internet. She says, please call me on 0416 634 222 or email, and then she's got an email there. Okay, but I want to practice a conversation. So make sure it's a conversation. So if you look at this example, so it's got here, hi, Tim, this is Javiera. I need to rent a car for 5 days, a standard size car. Charge my Visa card. Thanks, and I will pick it up tomorrow afternoon. So she could say, please call me back on 0424 924 799. Okay, so you could see that Javiera is making a phone call. She's making a phone call, and I'll just write here, please call me back on, and that's her number. Okay, so she said her name. She said, hi, Tim, this is Javiera. I need to rent a car for 5 days. So keep the message very simple. Don't say everything. I need to rent a car. I want this car. I want it on Tuesday. Don't give the whole message because you only have about 10 seconds on the machine. You don't have very long, so keep it simple. Okay? This is another example. So Curly says, hi, this is Curly. Can you contact me quickly on 0466 000 833? Running late to the meeting. So you can take out the subject, I'm running late to the meeting. You can just say the action because we know it's happening to him. Running late to the meeting. Please send the meeting content to my email at curly@outlook.com. Thanks. Okay, so again, this is perfect because he said, we don't know who. He should have said hi. He should have really had a name. So hi, maybe, hi, Jason. This is Curly. Okay, because you know who you're calling. So hi, Jason, this is Curly. Return my call quickly, or please get back to me ASAP. So another word for quickly is we say ASAP. That means as soon as possible. So please get back to me ASAP on 0466. Running late to the meeting. Please send the meeting content to my email. Okay. So it would be very good if before you give your details, you should say the message first. So I'm going to change it for Curly and say, hi, Jason. So always say your name first. Say the name of the person first. And then this is, and then your name. And then say the message. I'm running late to the meeting. Please send me maybe the details, the content or the details, that's the same, to my email at curly@outlook.com, or call me on, yeah. So please that. And then he says, call me or please get back to me ASAP. That means as soon as possible on this number. And then thanks. Okay, so you don't want to waste time by saying thank you very much. Just say thanks really quickly. Remember, you don't have much time. This is not a conversation like you're sitting in a cafe. This is a very quick message that you need to leave. Okay, this is another one. This is Henry. You must have done this before. So, hi, Tom. This is Henry. So perfect. We can see we're saying hi to the person. Hi, Tom. This is Henry. I called you many times without success. I want to schedule a bike replacement for next week. Okay, pretty simple message. I need to schedule. That means I need to book. Okay, he needs to change something for his bike next week. My number is, and then you've got a phone number here, or my email address is VINTHUYDO02. You can see it's very long. So you always wanna, I'm gonna take off the email. You want to try to just put your phone number. Okay, so we'll make it like a real Australian number. So 0416 066 838. I await your response. Okay, so pretty formal. That means I'm waiting for you to call me back. So it's just a formal way to say I'm waiting for your reply. Okay, so that was the examples that I had. So remember, we want it to be a conversation. So don't copy the first two. Okay, only copy, not copy, but create a message after the tone similar to Javiera, similar to Curly's, and similar to Henry's one. So imagine, who are you calling? Like I said, maybe you're calling your hairdresser to change the appointment. Maybe you're calling your friend. It's just a simple message. Maybe you're calling the school for your children. Okay, so who are you calling? And just give a very quick message. So make sure you follow the rules. Say hi first to the person. Say your name by saying this is, and then your name, just your first name. You don't have to say your full name. And then remember to give a short, quick message of what you need to say. And then say, can you please contact me on, and say your mobile number. It's hard if you're going to give your email because it's just too long. You know, it's too difficult. It's so easy. Just say, please call me back. Please message me back on this number. Okay, so let's practice. Now you know how to take a voice message, a message for someone. You know how to give, you know how to leave a message, because that's life. We are using our phones to contact people, and sometimes we don't reach them. So we need to leave a message for them so that they can return our call. Okay, so create your speech, your dialogue, and I'll have a look at it